Now, let's look at the timeline of events from when the arrest warrant was issued for Gicheru in 2015 to today's trial. What do you make of the proceedings so far?
Well, been quite intriguing. As you say, this goes all the way back to 2015. In fact, you could even stretch it back to when the Kenyan situation registered with the ICC. And there you go even back to 2009, 2010, because this case emanates from that situation, emanates from the case to do with the incumbent Deputy President William Ruto's case, alongside that of former journalist Sang. Since 2015, with the arrest, a couple of things have happened, including the state, beyond arresting, taking the matter to the High Court, seeking High Court's order to be able to execute the arrest warrant that was issued against the accused. In 2017, the Kenyan High Court actually dismissed the application from the state for it to execute the warrant, and actually quashed it, meaning that the Kenyan state, as per the order of the High Court, was not going to entertain or cooperate in this matter in whatever way. In fact, the courts were of the view that the state was to actually take the responsibility of protecting lawyer Gicheru, who at that time, his warrant of arrest had been issued with another suspect, that is Mr. Boyd. So since 2017, when the High Court made its declaration, there was a lull in terms of what the case or the direction the case would take until 2020.
Let me jump in here, Bob. Now that lull seemed to be on hold now, as activities seem to have started. Now let's examine the charges against him. In the administration of justice, he's charged with corruptly influencing witnesses regarding cases in Kenya. Have you been able to take a look to see how substantial these charges are?
Well, it all depends on the significance of the charges. Depend on what the prosecution has laid before the court. There are 8 counts. It's accused of trying to bribe 6 key witnesses. His defense has been since 2017 or 2015, when he was arrested, that some of those key witnesses were actually his clients, and they are recanting of the statements they had made before the court. Is what initially got him in trouble. But yes, these have to do with being accused of bribing witnesses, so that they could recant their statements from the case, as I mentioned, involving Deputy President William Ruto and Sang, which was vacated in 2016. And so, like you said, today, both sides were issuing their last submissions. After the prosecution closed its case, Gicheru side chose not to contest it in terms of providing or proffering evidence. But we do know that he did plead not guilty. And so we'll wait to see whether what the prosecution has proffered before the court will be sufficient in the court's eyes and ears to prosecute Gicheru.
Before I let you go now, this is, again, we'll go back to looking at how this has come back alive. And some think that this may also have a thing to do with the coming elections in Kenya. Let's also talk more about the charges and fairness at trial here for the accused.
Well, if to look at the fairness, you have to look at what arms, what assistance the accused has been offered so far. We are looking at this as something that's taken the length and breadth of time of 7 years till today. We are looking at how the accused has been treated by the court, whether the accused has been given sufficient time to prepare, organize, get counsel that would assist him in court. And we're seeing all these things, tick or check the right boxes. We've seen a process that has been open, everyone has been able to witness. And so by and by, we can say, in terms of what the Rome Statute provides in ensuring that a fair trial is delivered, those boxes are ticking. So we'll have to wait and hear what the final verdict of the court will be, and what Gicheru side or the prosecutor side will choose to do after the verdict. And it's in unraveling the verdict and the reasons thereof that we will be able to tell whether Gicheru feels he got a good and fair trial or not.
Well, lawyer and political analyst Bob Mkangi, many thanks for your time.
Thank you for having me.